Ladies and gentlemen, Will here with Garage Gym Guru in the Living 10 Strength Garage. Once again, thanks for joining me in my gym for another review. So, today's review is going to be on RitFit. My last review was on RitFit also. Looks like a tongue tie kind of thing. Review on RitFit. Anyway, back to this. My last review was on RitFit's adjustable handles, the ones that swivel and everything, which I gave a great review for those. I also gave some ideas for them, but I thought they were fantastic. So today's gonna be these three pieces here that RitFit has sent me. Once again, they did send me these free of charge, so I'm gonna be honest with you guys, but you know I'm going to give my honest review, and RitFit knows that I'm gonna give my honest review also. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys right now, I have nothing bad to say about these, and I have no suggestions on them because I think they're pretty perfect for what they are. I have not found any problems on any of these three. They've all been great. So let's start from the beginning with these, okay? Just, attachments for your cable machine, okay? Now I will say if you don't have a cable machine, you could hook these up to bands if you have a rack that you can hook the band up to, and you could use these pieces of equipment with the bands as well if you really wanted to. All you need is a carabiner to hook these up with. So otherwise, these are for your cable machine, which obviously you guys know, duh, you're not stupid. Well, not all of you anyway. So if you're looking for attachments for your rack, RitFit is a great place to go. They get some great prices and great pieces of equipment. So let's start from the beginning with this, like I've already said. Shipping, dealing with customer service. I've been dealing with customer service with RitFit for a little bit now, and they're fantastic. Their customer service is great over there. They will help you out. They will answer any questions you want. If you have any problems with your order, stuff like that, they will definitely get back to you on these things, okay? So they're great. There's no problem whatsoever with ordering, delivering, all that kind of stuff. Everything comes pretty quick. As far as getting the item in and unboxing it, I'm showing you a video here, obviously, of unboxing these things. They come in great shape. Now, I know a lot of that sometimes is because of who's delivering it, but I've had pieces, I think it was UPS or FedEx, I can't remember. Obviously, there's not many more than just that, but I believe it was one of those two that delivered these, and I've had boxes come in pretty bad. And from what I was told by UPS, I've said this in another video, it really depends on the cardboard that the company uses. They use cheap cardboard, your crap's gonna come in crappy condition. If you use good cardboard, they're gonna come in great condition. And I've seen that with multiple items, okay? Some of my older pieces of Titan Fitness came in really bad shape, which Titan fixed. Don't worry, nothing against Titan. They definitely took care of it. They don't do this anymore. But the driver of the UPS truck actually told me it's because of the cardboard that's used. These came in great shape, no problems whatsoever. The boxes were taped up nicely. No dents, no dings, nothing like that. Great, okay? Everything was secure inside the box, wrapped up really nice with all three of these items. These two came together. This item came by itself, and there was no problems. They all came in perfect condition. Let's go ahead and start off with this piece real quick here. So this is their multi-use piece of equipment. So obviously it's multi-use because it gives you three different ways you can use it. Obviously you can use your hands here, which I'm showing you exercises for. You can put your hands this way, put your hands inside, whatever it is you like. It's multiple use. It's got this kind of texture. Now, I don't know if you guys ever used a mag grips. I used to have those. I still have a couple. I'm actually selling them because I went with a totally different totally different angle with my attachments. I needed something different. So it's got that same kind of grip feel on it, that rubber coating on it. But it doesn't feel cheap. Doesn't feel like it's gonna come off. It's like a rubber coating spray, I believe, that they put on this. Obviously, they have their logo. So the grip on it's really nice. It's not knurling like these are gonna have, obviously, but it has a nice grip on it to where your hands aren't gonna slip off or anything like that. So they feel really, really good. As you guys see in this video, me using different exercises, the grip on this is nice and wide. It's about as wide as the piece I have from RitFit. That is their widest piece. Not as wide as this piece down here, but we'll get into that. But it is definitely nice and wide. You can use it for lat pull downs and all different kinds of exercises because it gives you multiple grips on it, or at different angles, stuff like that. They all come with carabiners and stuff like that that you can utilize. This is not swivel. This is right here. This piece is just in the middle. It's just stationary. You just hook it up. That's not a problem. This piece really doesn't need to be rotating or anything like that for this piece of equipment, for what you're going to use this for. I would say most likely if you have a lat pull down low row machine, this is the piece you're going to want to order for that. The next two pieces came together. This is a set they sell. This is their easy curl bar and this is their straight bar. Now, when RitFit wanted to send me these, of course, I was happy to take them to do reviews on. And I was a little concerned, not really concerned, but excuse me, I thought to myself, well, I actually already have an easy curl bar that I've got from RitFit. I'm curious at how they're going to compare. And I will say, there's no comparison. I paid over $50 for the one from Rep, right? And I will say this is like the daddy version. This is way better, okay? Let me get it real quick so I can show you guys the actual size difference. So this is the one from RitFit. I meant to grab this anyway. And if you guys can see the size difference here in both of these, it's like, mommy and daddy ended up having this one. way different. Now, not only is the size different, the diameter is way different on these two from RitFit. They're a lot thicker, which I like. The knurling is pretty much the same on both of them. The knurling on Reps might be a little more aggressive, but not much. All right, let's put this down here because we're not doing the review on that. But what I will say is that I love how wide this is. Okay, sorry guys, it's early in the morning right now. I'm making this video before it gets hot in my gym and I've got stuff to do today. So this one is a lot longer. The diameter is a lot thicker and everything like that. What I also like is that this piece of equipment is great. It swivels, it rotates, and it rotates all the way around. Now, Reps does the same thing this way, but it doesn't have a piece here to rotate. That comes in handy for different exercises, what you might use this for. I'm showing you some exercises here now of me using this as well. But this is an easy curl bar. What's nice about it being wide and thick is that it feels like an actual curl bar in my hand compared to the other one. And I love that it's nice and wide so you can do almost like a straight bar curl this way, like a wide, which is fantastic. The next piece that comes inside of it also, because like I said, it's a pair, is their straight bar. I was a little concerned when this was coming because I was like, oh, it seems like it's gonna be kind of small. I wasn't really thinking about the length and everything. Diameter is exactly the same as the other one. But actually it's nice because it gives you more of that straight bar curl, but at a closer angle, obviously, for your machine, and it's great. So you guys are seeing some exercises I'm doing with these. There's not much more I can show you. Obviously, you guys know all the different exercises. I could sit there and show you every single exercise you guys can do with these, but I don't really think there's a need for that. If you guys own a home gym and you're looking for equipment, you obviously know how much you can do with either one, all three of these pieces of equipment. What you really need to ask yourself is, which piece is best for you, okay? Do you want something that's multi-use but doesn't swivel? It's not going to give you exactly the angles that you want on certain things. For certain things, it's not going. It can kind of give you that easy curl bar feel right here. But it might not be the same feeling because you might want to wrap your hands around the actual bar. Okay, so really it depends on what you want. I think they're great because you can use them in different ways. Like I said, this piece right here, for me, it would be more of a lat pull down low row kind of piece of equipment. And these are gonna be more on a cable machine for different exercises, some curls, tricep presses, all that kind of stuff. Now I will tell you that I was very surprised in how light these are. So these are aluminum alloy. The weight difference between this and the Rep Fitness one, even though this is bigger, this is way lighter. And I know the one from Rep is only 7 pounds. This maybe is 3 pounds. It doesn't say on their website that I could find. If you guys find it, let me know. Maybe I'm just blind to it. But they're super, super light. And like I said, the knurling on them is pretty great too. I actually really like the knurling on it. It's more of a medium, I would say. And so, anyway, guys, these pieces of equipment are great. I've said that multiple times. I only say that over and over. I say fantastic, great, awesome, stuff like that, because I want you to know an honest, review from just a normal guy of what I liked using and what my opinion of it is, okay? I've given you probably the specs here as far as before, earlier in the video, as far as the specs and everything. You guys can see what they exactly are, the lengths and all that kind of stuff. So that way you guys can look at it. It will give you the diameter, obviously give you that diameter and also the length too. So if you missed that, go ahead and rewind it, because I know we all skip through videos all the time. So if you missed that, go back. All that kind of stuff, the dimensions and everything of these will actually be in there. Otherwise, guys, great buy. I just want to say that again, if you guys are looking for attachments, I would highly suggest going over to RitFit. I think these things are great and everything. And I think you won't be disappointed. You'll really enjoy using them. So other than that, guys, have a great day, stay strong, and like always, live like a 10.